Good morning. Welcome to our webcast, and I'm sorry for the slight delay. We had to have everybody tested before we get started this morning. I'm Johannes Fruehauf, founder and president at LabCentral. It's an exciting day here, and I'm happy to welcome our panel and our online guests for the webcast, an announcement of a key milestone in the growth journey of LabCentral. This morning at 8 a.m., we issued a press release announcing a total of $22.4 million in financial support towards our strategic expansion at 238 Main Street here in Kendall Square. This progress has been achieved due to the incredible partnerships we have with Astellas, with the state of Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Life Sciences Center, Thermo Fisher Scientific, and Waters Corporation. We're excited to hear from them this morning as part of this webcast and in a few moments. LabCentral 238 is a natural step in the expansion of our footprint. We are responding to the needs of our residents and alumni. We have seen the advancement of complex biologics as therapeutic modalities over the past several years, creating new needs and a significant market disconnect between supply and demand. We're responding by launching LabCentral 238, a place where growth stage startup companies can conduct their process development before moving into larger scale manufacturing. We'll hear more detail on 238 in a minute from our COO, Maggie O'Toole. But before we go there, I would also like to take a moment to announce the newest arm of LabCentral, LabCentral Ignite. This initiative is an extension of the work we at LabCentral have already been doing for several years, and will focus on broadening the talent base for our industry and on creating access to biotech for populations that are currently underrepresented here and whose talent we have been missing. We're working to make biotech more diverse. In order to make a measurable and systemic impact, LabCentral Ignite will activate our community of innovators, investors, corporate partners, foundations, and startups with multi-tiered training and access initiatives. LabCentral Ignite will build programs in three main areas of activity. One, STEM education. We'll be building on and extending the work we've been doing for years through our Learning Lab to open minds and open access to science for young people. Two, workforce training. Opening career opportunities in biotech, especially in biomanufacturing, for people without advanced science degrees. And three, entrepreneurship training and leadership training through one-on-one mentoring with our incredible network of mentors and entrepreneurs at LabCentral and in our local community. Through Ignite, we also partner with amazing local nonprofit groups who are already doing the work to support systemic change initiatives and activating our diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging strategy. Earlier this year, we were happy to reward a total of $185,000 in grants to local nonprofits, including initial grants of $40,000 each to the Jewish Vocational Service, Mass Bioed and Station 1, and smaller micro-grants to 7 other organizations. Please tune in to our LabCentral Ignite launch event next week on February 25th. With this, I'd like to introduce Maggie O'Toole, our Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, to give an update on our 238 project. Maggie.
Thank you, Johannes. I'm struck equally by how wonderful it is to have just a few people here in our lobby today, as very strange it is at the same time. So thank you for joining us carefully. 700 Main Street has been our home for over 3 years, and we've always been very aware of the incredible innovation that took place in this building. As you can see over on my left, the very first long-distance phone call, the Polaroid camera, the monkey wrench. As we launched 238 Main, just a half mile down the street, we recognized the historic nature of this new site. The 238 Clock Tower building was built in the early 20th century. It was designed to be a landmark to Cambridge's manufacturing, distribution, and industrial sectors. This seems quite fitting that just 6 months from now, we'll move into a redesigned location with a focus on scale-up manufacturing. This will be housed additionally in 12 floors of gold LEED certified space that's connected to this historic building by 2 glass bridges. I recently learned that to receive gold LEED status for a building, you must have, among other things, showers and places to park your bicycles, which I'm all for. But you also have to guarantee that all of the materials that are used in the construction have been sourced within 500 miles of the construction site. So again, we have a real focus on manufacturing and industry here in Cambridge. We're going to be opening in 2 phases. The first will be phase 1 with the launch of 50,000 square feet, 25,000 square feet of lab, and 25,000 square feet of office. We're thrilled that we have 2 of our current LabCentral resident companies joining us as we launch this site. In about 6 to 8 months after we launch, we'll be opening phase 2, which is an additional 50,000 square feet, 25,000 lab, 25,000 office. As we speak right now, the tracks, the bottom layouts, the walls, the stairs are all getting put in place, so it's an extremely exciting adventure for us. I would like to welcome you all to come on a tour of the space once some of the COVID restrictions have been lifted. We are very eager to show off the new space and to be a part of such rich history in Kendall, and especially grateful for our partnership with MIT in joining an endeavor that they have put in place and put a lot of money towards. Thank you. I would like to take the opportunity now to introduce Mike Kennealy. He's the Massachusetts Housing and Economic Development Secretary. We're very pleased to have you join us today.
Well, good morning, everybody. Johannes and Maggie, thanks so much for having me here today. It's great to be here. I think last time I was here, this lobby was packed full of people at celebrating some other wonderful milestones. So looking forward to getting back to those days. But always great to be with you and your team. Wonderful to be joined by Astellas and Thermo Fisher and Waters, and thank you so much for your participation, your investment here. It means a lot. And your presence here today and your involvement really speaks to how we all collaborate to get important things done. And so wonderful to see your support. Great to be here with Kenn Turner. We were so pleased to bring Kenn on in recent months as the president and CEO of the Mass Life Sciences Center. Kenn brings years of proven leadership experience to the center. The center is a vital part of our economic development strategy, and great to have Kenn on board. And as an example of how effectively we've operated largely remotely, not only is this the first time Kenn and I have been at an event, it's the first time we met in person. So great to see you, Mr. President. All right. We have been so pleased to the Baker administration and the Life Sciences Center to support LabCentral now twice, and so gratified to see LabCentral leverage that support from investments from others, and really over the course of the years just become such a vital engine here in our important life sciences ecosystem. You are just an absolutely key player in all that we try to get done here, and it's been wonderful to see the evolution of LabCentral. And great, of course, to see LabCentral stay open during this period of time and do so safely. And that is really, during this terrible time, it's been important to keep that engine of innovation going. And you've done it safely, and a great example for all of us. When I think about the things we want to get done in life sciences now in Massachusetts, I'd highlight 3 things. One is to make sure we stay on the leading edge of innovation, make sure we're pushing the science as far as we can push it. The second is grow our footprint and our capability in manufacturing, because when we do that, we create more jobs, but also we show the world that this is a place where you can take something from idea to product. We have a full suite of solutions here, if you will, in Massachusetts. So the manufacturing piece is important. And related to that is the workforce piece. We all want to have a much bigger, much more diverse workforce in life sciences. And suffice to say, LabCentral is helping us execute on all those really important objectives. And again, wonderful to see your evolution in those areas, and look forward to seeing more contributions there going forward. I'll close by saying that, when the history of this terrible time gets written, I think we're all going to be gratified to see the prominence that the Massachusetts life sciences ecosystem has played during this very, very challenging time. When you think about the development here of vaccines and therapeutics and testing solutions, we've seen now, 50 manufacturers come forward to make personal protective equipment, folks that never made those products before. The way the industry has really rallied at a really critical time in our state's history and our nation's history has been nothing short of inspiring. And the state will look to this industry, and the world will, to get us out of both the public health crisis and the economic crisis. So really, really grateful to be here with all of you, and congratulations to all on this important milestone. Do I turn it back to? Next up is Kenn Turner, President and CEO of the Mass Life Sciences Center.
So, Mr. Secretary, Maggie, Johannes, thank you so much for inviting me to be here with you this morning. And as the Secretary said, I'm new to my role, and literally it was the first time I've had a chance to meet my boss. So thank you for that, to do it in person. And it's so nice to get out of the house and actually be around people again, even if it's for just a short while. I'd like to start by offering, on behalf of the center, our message of congratulations to LabCentral and to the LabCentral team for securing your new sponsors. These new partners and the update provided today on LabCentral 238 only further builds our confidence and conviction in our previous $5 million grant to the LabCentral 238 project to fund this new resource for the life sciences industry and for the local bioeconomy. You don't need to be in life sciences or to be an expert to know about the value of anchor institutions. And it is already evident to me that what we have here at LabCentral is indeed that type of institution that is so integral not only to Kendall Square, but to our broader ecosystem across the Commonwealth. I'm so glad that early in my tenure that I get to be here in your main facility, one of which the center funded and also supported, and will continue to serve as a true testament to the return on investment that we're still focused on in our current iteration at the Mass Life Science Center. The numbers speak for themselves in terms of impact that you've made on the biotech industry and local Massachusetts economy in terms of economic development, community engagement, and follow-on funding secured, not to mention the impact your member companies continue to have for patients on a global scale. As it relates to LabCentral 238, still being so new, I would consider my vision as to where the center needs to go is still under development, of course. But since I'm surrounded by friends, I do feel comfortable relaying a preview of where my current thinking is at the moment. On a near daily basis, the topic of biomanufacturing comes up in numerous interaction and engagements that I've been part of. More explicitly, the need for a strategy that we can execute upon in the immediate terms appears to me to be a must for us at the center in order for our sector as a whole to be successful. That's what's needed, that's what's next, and I could not be more bullish on it. And innovative facilities like LabCentral 238 are what makes me bullish, but also partners like we have gathered here are equally driving my sense of confidence. Moreover, not that you need me to tell you, but we have the strongest partner in the Baker-Polito administration who wants to drive solutions and to get things done. LabCentral 238 represents the opportunity Massachusetts has to lead in the biomanufacturing space. And I know I'm speaking to the choir, but the high-quality facilities must be paired with equally high-quality workforce programming that expands biotech jobs here in the Commonwealth. We all know the strongest workforce strategy is one that embraces the ideals of diversity, equity, and inclusion, but also leverages the absolute best of what our Commonwealth is and can be by continuing to invest in opportunities for those who have too often been unrepresented in this sector. That's why I'm so excited by the LabCentral Ignite program and its potential to enhance regional biotech innovation by stimulating a robust pipeline of diverse and qualified talent. I'm so proud to sign on as a member of the Ignite's advisory board. I'm proud to lead an organization that has been a global leader in supporting the growth of diverse talent pipelines through a robust development strategy, providing thousands of internships, extracurricular lab training programs, and grants that increase access to high-quality STEM education for economically disadvantaged schools and our underserved communities. Moreover, the current times call for new ideas and innovation, so we may continue to meet the moment for our life sciences workforce. That's why during the launch of the Center's 2021 internship program, we rolled out a series of new elements, which include students and recent graduates of historically black colleges and universities now being eligible to participate in our internship challenge. Again, I know I'm speaking to partners here at LabCentral and in the administration who are making their own mark in the DE&I space. I'm proud to be part of this team, and this is so essential and so important to our Commonwealth. I look forward to continuing to build on our partnership in economic and workforce development, all of which drive forward scientific achievements that improve patients' lives. And so thank you for the opportunity to be here with you this morning.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you very much, Ken, and we're glad to help the communication with your new boss by bringing you together at LabCentral. Seems very fitting. With that, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Yoshi Shitaka. He's the president of the Astellas Institute for Regenerative Medicine and one of our founding sponsors at LabCentral 238. Astellas has been a partner to LabCentral for several years now and also an active supporter of several of our startups coming out of LabCentral. So I'm excited for this partnership, and thank you, Yoshi, for joining us this morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Johannes. On behalf of myself and the 16,000 employees at Astellas, I'm honored to participate in this update of LabCentral's growth and the progress of 238 Main Street. I thank Johannes and his team for letting us be part in this day. And I also welcome new sponsors, Thermo Fisher Scientific and Water Corporations that have joined us to help make the new incubator a reality. LabCentral and Astellas have enjoyed a very close and mutually beneficial partnership over years. We have many LabCentral alumni in the portfolio companies of Astellas Venture Management, including Potenza, 287, and Catamaran Bio. In addition, we have several partners in the biotech space, such as Modalis, Affinivax, and Pandion, that are current LabCentral tenants or alumni. Last year, as part of the gold sponsorship at 700 Main Street here, we selected current LabCentral residents, Axosis and Tenza, as the winners of Astellas-sponsored Golden Ticket competition. We are looking forward to helping guide the growth of these companies and assisting them in realizing the promise of their exciting science in the years ahead. As a LabCentral 238 founding pharma sponsor, Astellas has invested in the planning and creating the new building. The partnership is a very important part of our overall investment in Massachusetts life sciences market and commitment to cell and gene therapy as our primary focus of our research affiliates. At Astellas, we strive every day to create and deliver value for patients by utilizing the best scientific innovation from all over the world to address the largest unmet medical needs. But we couldn't do that without the efforts of our partners like LabCentral and the rest of our Boston life science community. And we salute them for their dedications to discovering new solutions to critical healthcare challenges. Just as LabCentral has been a center of innovation, center of cutting-edge science, we believe the companies soon to inhabit LabCentral 238 will lead the way in cell and gene therapy as the fields continue to advance. Lastly, we're looking forward to our continued partnership, collaboration with LabCentral, and thank the Massachusetts life sciences communities for its commitment to innovation and its partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoshi Shitake, for your remarks, and of course for your partnership. With this, I'm happy to introduce Sandy Pound. Sandy is the Vice President and Chief Communications Officer for Thermo Fisher. Thermo, of course, being one of our longest standing sponsors here at LabCentral, in fact, through the LifeTech arm of Thermo Fisher, who were, I think, among the very first equipment sponsors here. So thanks for joining us at this event, and thank you for your partnership.
Thank you, Johannes. Good morning. I'm very honored to be here to represent Thermo Fisher Scientific, and more importantly, I'm proud to announce that our company has expanded its existing partnership with LabCentral. For us, this is a win-win partnership, a way for the world leader in serving science to support the next generations of biotech innovation. Our support will come in the form of donated instruments and consumables, service and training totaling nearly $5 million. These contributions are made with purpose and are directly aligned with our mission to help our customers make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. In many ways, we're embarking on a journey together here with the biotech innovators who start in this space. As they pioneer new discoveries that transform lives and improve humanity, we will be alongside them, partnering in science. And the benefits of this partnership far exceed the contributions we're committing to today. New instruments, equipment, and consumables are stepping stones on a path to new cures and better diagnoses. New cancer therapies will emerge. Ideas for breakthrough therapies will move from concept to commercialization. And these scientists and biotech entrepreneurs will learn from us, and importantly, we from them. We will provide technical support every step of the way. We'll bring deep technical knowledge to help address new challenges, and the team here will directly benefit from our industry-leading R&D investment of more than $1 billion annually. They'll benefit from our scientists and engineers, more than 5,700 strong, who are themselves innovating across cell and gene therapy, precision medicine, material science, immuno-oncology, structural biology, and molecular diagnostics. They will also benefit from our ongoing collaborations across the industry and increasingly with healthcare, and they'll benefit from our global footprint. In short, we're inviting those who start here to experience the benefits of science at scale from their earliest beginnings, and we want them to see Thermo Fisher Scientific as a partner they can count on. Being a strong partner is fundamental to the culture at Thermo Fisher. A commitment to partnering is what led us to early discoveries during the pandemic, jump-starting the work around COVID diagnostics and eventually vaccines. And much of this work was a result of partnerships across industry, academia, and government, much as you see here today. To these partners, we offer the benefit of speed at scale. Speed to quickly sequence the new coronavirus and then support the development of diagnostics and vaccines, and scale that delivered hundreds of millions of tests and support capacity building for billions of vaccine doses. Our ability to offer speed at scale enables us, if not obligates us, to address society's needs with science. We did this with the JUST project, investing millions to establish no-cost COVID-19 testing at historically black colleges and universities across the U.S. to help return students safely to school. And we're doing it here in Cambridge today, where a next generation of biotech pioneers will reward society with life-changing discoveries. Thank you for the work you will do here and the impact it will have. And thank you to our fellow sponsors for partnering to make LabCentral 238 a reality. Johannes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandy. With that, I'm pleased to introduce virtually Rob Carson. Rob is the Senior Vice President for Corporate Development at Waters Corporation. Waters will be our newest sponsor, joining us to help outfit LabCentral 238 to a very high standard so that our companies can analyze and quality control their products. Since Rob is dialing in remotely, I'll have to hand it over to the tech team now and trust that you can all hear him, and we'll resume afterwards. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Thank you to Johannes and the entire LabCentral team with which we've worked. Congratulations not only on today's news, but also for the recently announced Ignite initiative. It's great to meet other sponsors and stakeholders this morning, if only virtually. I'm jealous of the fact that you all are able to gather together physically in a obviously gorgeous facility. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of Waters Corporation. At Waters, we have a deep appreciation for the mission of LabCentral, and relatedly for the importance of life sciences innovation here in Cambridge. I think we've all been reminded of that importance in recent months as vaccines have been developed and produced in record times. Waters' own origins trace to Cambridge, where our founder, Jim Waters, was educated at MIT many years ago. And this morning is an opportunity to declare our commitment to partnering with LabCentral, and thus with a new generation of Massachusetts-based life sciences companies. Our support will come in the form of our technology, our people, and even our own facilities. Our liquid chromatography, mass spectrometry, microcalorimetry, and informatics technologies are used around the world to discover, characterize, and confirm the compliance of therapeutics. Our scientists and engineers routinely partner in ways that include analytical method development. And last but not least, our recently established Immerse Cambridge Innovation Hub adds to the collaborative research footprint accessible to LabCentral residents. Today is obviously but one and the latest milestone in the innovation journey that LabCentral is on. We're truly excited to be on that journey with you and to see what comes next. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob, for your participation, and thank you, Waters, for your commitment to helping us build LabCentral 238. With that, we're at the end of our program this morning. I want to give my thanks to government and industry sponsors that are helping us build this new iteration of LabCentral, and most of all to our team on the tech side, putting up a virtual event for us in this lobby that typically sees a crowd, and the Ignite team that are busy getting ready for their launch event next week. And again, I want to remind you to, if you have time, to join us for that event next week on February the 25th. And then, of course, to Maggie and our team really building 238 and launching in November. Thank you all very much. And with that, we can close. Thank you.